Welcome back to Crossfire. President Clinton doesn't like the initiative now going through Congress to filter out pornography on the internet, but the signs are that he won't veto it. We're talking about smut filters with Larry Flynt, the publisher of Hustler magazine, and with Donna Rice Hughes, a member of the Child Online Protection Act Commission.
Yes. The fact of the matter is we haven't seen any internet prosecutions during the past 8 years of obscenity. And that refers to material that is prosecutable under current law that would be even illegal for adults. So I have to really challenge Mr. Flynt on this point. This doesn't have to do with children. And the fact of the matter is,
let me explain to you why she's all wet on this particular issue.
Now let me just say something, Mr. Flynt.
You can have a website up in Sweden, South Africa, Europe, any place else in the world, and people can access that in this country. So you're not going to be able to prosecute somebody in a foreign country for obscenity. So what are you going to do? Just prosecute the people in the United States?
I think that's exactly what we need to do. It certainly does make sense. Just because we have drugs coming in from outside of the country, we still enforce our drug laws here in this country, and that's what we need to do. And the reality is that children have access and have had access for free material that their adult parents couldn't even get in a XXX rated bookstore.
All right, I'd like to get back to the subject of this evening, if I may, and of this commission report and of the legislation, which are these filters. And I want to ask you again, if telling a library, and the American Library Association opposes this legislation, which you support, if telling a library that they must put a block or a filter on a computer to block access to certain materials, if that's not censorship, what is?
Well, you're right. The ALA does not support this, and I do. And
it
obviously
is censorship, isn't it?
I don't believe that it is, because libraries have selection policies. They don't carry copies of Mr. Flynt's publication, Hustler magazine, or Debbie Does Dallas videos, because they select what kinds of content are appropriate in a library setting and what kinds are not. Now, the new filtering technologies that are very sophisticated, that the Commission found to be very effective, are highly customizable and will allow the kinds of flexibility that would be important to have in a library environment.
Well, you say that, but you know, I was watching CNN's Talk Back Live this afternoon. There's a teacher, this is not old, this is today. There's a teacher on there who said that their school had put in a filtering system like this, and they removed it. And you know why? Because there were too many good things that kids could not get access to. They took it off, and instead, they have parent volunteers, they have teachers, they have librarians monitoring what the kids are looking at on the internet. Why isn't that more effective and no big brother? Why isn't that the way to go?
It is effective, but it needs to be coupled with technology tools. And let me just say that the points that I'm making, I'm speaking as an individual commissioner, all right, so I just want to make that clear. But the Commission did hear testimony from schools and libraries who had effectively used technologies with their acceptable use policies, and that it did work well. So you'll have different viewpoints on that.